like all the time, and some songs that don't make it onto the other record that like won't, because generally when you get to the final moments of making a record, like a real picture evolves, and certain songs really fit into that, and some songs, even though they're good songs, don't actually fit into the album, because we believe in the idea of making a real like an album, so it's got a real beginning, middle and end, and every song sounds like they're meant to be on the record. So when we get to the next record, it's like, you know, we generally start with like a really far out concept album, and then we slowly kind of rein it in until we have an Eskimo Joe album. So we just write all the time, and then when it gets to the final 3 months, that's when we kind of like knuckle down and we choose the songs that have like all the songs that have been written over that year or so. We just kind of go, that works, and a theme starts to evolve, and then we start to write around that theme. So
it's always good to have a song that's sort of one or two songs that, if we're going for a stylistically different approach on the album, it's good to have a few songs that tie the two concepts together, if you know what I mean.
From the past to the present.
Exactly.
We call them bridging songs.
Yeah, like on Black Females Red Wine, you had Sarah, and Sarah was kind of like a real bridging song, because it was in some ways it was similar to From the Sea, you know, like similar dynamics and stuff, and we'll probably do that on the next record, you know, as well.
Won't you tell me your name? I've been waiting here for hours in the garden by the flowers. You're so shy.
What would you say was the defining sound of Black Fingernails?
Well, I think they're somewhere between the actual song Black Fingernails, Red Wine,
New York, maybe.
And New York, yeah. They were the two kind of
darkness.
Yeah, there's dark, but also there's kind of production ideas on that. Like, for instance, there's the kick drum that just keeps going as well. We like that idea of kind of moving into a realm where people can kind of move their body to the music as well as sing along, you know.
Plus, we're trying to do the last album was when the last album we had a real idea of grandeur as well. There was like we dropped a lot of instrumentation out in order to get sounds bigger, and I think that's going to carry forward to the new album as well.
Did it make it really fun to play live, this album? Because it's all that sort of heaviness and the grandeur, like
it
was easier to play.
Yeah.
Than the last one had everything in the kitchen sink. Like a song like Life Is Better With You actually had 74 tracks on it.
Right.
And the guy who was mixing it, Nick Launay, who's a genius, he was like sitting there kind of going, how am I going to fit this all on 2 speakers?
Yeah.
Whereas this time we decided we want arrangements that you could kind of drive large cars through, and then on the next record we want arrangements that you can drive trucks through.
Yeah.
So even more space kind of thing.
We kind of found that the less is more thing, like the more guitars and like big kind of chugging guitars that you take out, the more heavy it actually sounds.
Yeah, that is interesting. I hadn't thought of it that way. Well, we'll come back for more Eskimo Joe in a sec, but you wanted to request a song, guys?
Yeah, the song that we all got quite inspired by recently was Gautier. I don't know, it sounds like I'm talking about a goiter every time like I say his name. But the song, Your Heart's a Mess, I think it's called. It's a beautiful song. Production-wise, it's beautiful as well, and really inspiring music.
Well, he sounds like an artist you can eat frites to.